second graders. I hope you had a great weekend or a great day yesterday and having a great day today. We are going to start on lesson 15.6, measuring length. All right, let's get started. Words to know. Say it. Words to know. Bookcase. Say it.
Bookcase.
Awesome. Let's get started.
What is length?
What is length? Think about it. What is length?
Length is the distance from one end of an object to the other end.
So one end of an object to the other end.
How can you measure length using different units?
Remember, units is how many of something. How can we measure length in using different units?
You can use different units to measure objects. Which would you use more of to measure the length of the bookcase? Feet or yards?
Which one would you use more of? So we have the unit feet and the unit yards. Which one would you be using more of? Would you use more feet to measure the bookshelf, or would you use more yards? Think about it.
First, measure the bookcase with feet.
So we're going to measure the bookcase with feet.
What is the length of the bookcase in feet?
So there's 1 foot, 2 foot, 2 feet, 3 feet.
Let's count the feet.
1, 2, 3.
The bookcase is about 3 feet long.
The bookcase is about 3 feet long.
Now measure the bookcase with yards.
Now measure the bookcase with yards. How many yards did we use?
What is the length of the bookcase in yards?
What's the length in bookcase in yards? How many yards is that? 1.
The bookcase is about 1 yard long.
About 1 yard long.
You can use different units to measure.
Remind me, what units did we use just now? Feet and yards.
Both units measure the same length.
So they measure the same length.
The bookcase is about 3 feet long.
So it's about 3 feet long.
The bookcase is about 1 yard long.
Or
Which
1
unit
yard.
did you use more of to measure the bookcase?
Which one uses more, feet or yards? Feet.
You used more feet because feet are smaller than yards.
Yep. Feet are smaller, so we'll have to use more of them to measure. Yards is bigger, so you only need 1.
You have learned to measure length using different units.
Okay, second graders. We are going to do a discovery again, where you're going to have to go around your house and measure different items. In your packet, you should have gotten a cube and you should have gotten a paper clip. Now, Mrs. Isham doesn't have her cube with her, but you need to measure 4 different items. 1, 2, 3, 4 different items. And you will need to measure it in cubes and paper clips. Okay, so for instance, if I want to do a crayon box, ooh, Mrs. Isham, sad day. I hate when things run out. Let's see if this one works. I'm going to write my item down. I'm going to first measure it in cubes. I don't have a cube. Oh, sad day too. So measure in cubes and then measure it in paper clips. Now, Mrs. Isham, I lost my cube and I lost my paper clip. Find 2 smaller items to use, okay, instead. So maybe you can use a macaroni, like a macaroni noodle, or a penne pasta noodle, or if you have a dice, Use a dice instead of a cube, okay? So you need to show me 2 different ways. One with measuring in cubes and one in paper clips of the same item. Now, if you don't have them, substitute it and then write it so I can just say dice. I use dice instead, okay? I don't think I have a dice here. All right, so you have to find 4 items around your house. Measure it first with 1 item of cubes and 1 item of paper clips. And if you don't have it, find something else. Here on the inside, you need to measure different items. Now, I know this is hard because you may not have a chalkboard or a whiteboard at your house. Could we use maybe a TV instead? Maybe the screen of your TV. First, you need to measure it in feet, and then you need to measure it in yards. Now, you probably don't have a yardstick at your house. You should have your ruler. 1 ruler is the size of 1 foot, okay? So there's 12 inches in 1 foot. Now, there are 3 feet in 1 yard. So if you are measuring in yards, you need to measure it, your ruler, your feet, 3 times to make 1 yard, okay? So it takes 3 rulers, 3 of your feet to make 1 yard. So if you need to write this down on your magazine, do so you can remember, okay? Now, here you need to measure a chair. First, you're going to measure it in inches. Oh, sorry, skipped it. Which one did you use more of? Did you use more feet or yards? Same here. You are going to measure here a chair in inches and then feet. Remember, there are 12 inches in 1 foot. So, measure it in inches first, and then measure it in feet. And then tell me which one you use more of. I want you to find a book. You should all have a book because Mrs. Isham, Mrs. Murdoch, Mrs. Blansett, Mrs. Levitt, we all gave you chapter books to read. So, please use that book. And if you don't have it anymore, go find another book, okay? First, you're going to measure the height, not the width. The height in inches and then feet. And then you're going to find a window and you're going to measure it first in feet and yards. But Mrs. Isham, my window is small and it doesn't do a whole yard. I want you to do about, okay? About is close to, okay? It doesn't have to be exactly, just do it close, right? Make sure you do your understanding and reasonableness. And then your back of your magazine. Okay. Let me know or let your teacher know if you have any questions. We would love to help you out. Remember, if you do not have a yardstick, you use your ruler 3 times. 3 feet or 1 equals 1 yard. All right, I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you guys soon. Miss you. Bye.